Yay, I'm live. Give you people time to get in. It's been, you ever have one of those couple of weeks where anything that can go wrong does go wrong and you just can't seem to get ahead? That's been last 2 to 3 weeks for me. Um, since I've seen you guys, let's see, Mom fell. Hi, Steffi. And she hurt her left wrist. She banged her face up pretty good. She had bruises on her nose and her left cheek, and she didn't want to go anywhere. She's like, people will see me. And I'm like, well, just tell them I beat you up. No big deal, right? Then hubby was off, and Mom had a tree that had died. Hi, Sandra. Thanks for coming in. And we had to get the tree down because we were worried it was going to fall on our fence. And I stepped in a fire ant bed, and they got me. Oh, it was awful. So then the following week, my youngest grandbaby had to have surgery. He had his tonsils taken out, he had his lymph nodes, and they took, or not his lymph nodes, adenoids, tonsils, adenoids, and they had to put tubes in his ears. Then last week, one of my grandchildren, older, was in a horrible car accident. He was T-boned. Um, the guy hit him so hard it knocked the hood off his car, and they had to put a chest tube in. He broke his arm, and he had a collapsed lung. So it's just been one thing after another. So like I said, I've got a little bit of a haul from Hobby Lobby I'm going to show you, and we're going to start another album. It's gonna be similar to this, not exact, but it's kind of a trifold. And this side will have a belly band. It's there, and it's very long. It's 28 inches when it's opened. So I have to and it's kind of like one from Graphic 45 that's the night before Christmas. And you have photo mats, places for photos over here. And there's 4 of those. And then you'll be able to put a photo back here. And of course, it's magnetic. Then I put this in because I wanted more places for photos. You know me, I like my photos. Now, this is cool. It's a waterfall, but the waterfalls are pockets. And you have, you can still put your photo here and your photo back here, but you can also pull this out and you can put photos, and it'll be a pocket with photos here. So plenty of places for photos on this one to be as small as it is. And I'll give you the measurements. And let's see, this one flips this away, and then you have a pocket in here. So like I said, plenty of places to put photos. I love this. And I love the idea of putting a little journal so you can journal about the holiday, that's in the album. So, and it's got 3 magnets for the closure. So that's that. Let me move it out of the way, and I'll show you my Hobby Lobby. This wasn't Hobby Lobby. I ordered these. I want to try them out. I only ordered the first set. I don't want to order all 3 sets until I see if I like them. I'm not going to waste that kind of money, and turns out I don't care for them. So let me read chat. No one won the Powerball, so don't forget to play. I know. I had a good time last night. It was Crazy. Hang on a minute. Let me get my tubs up here. Oh, I picked up, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah. The ones with the, they've got the separators like this, and at Hobby, and it was on clearance for, I believe it was $16.80. Let me pull these out. These are not, these two are not. Okay, then I picked up, I think I got 6 or 7 of the magnetic sheet things that go in here for your dies, and I picked those up, and they were $7.20 a piece. Of course, it comes with one. And then die wise, because, and I only got the dies because I'm assuming that they're not going to be carrying these anymore, since they clearanced them not too long ago and they're already clearancing them again. Oh, and I picked these up. These were 40% off. Y'all able to see those? They're the die cuts, and they're Paper Studio brand. And I picked up 2 of the packs that I thought I would get some use out of. So, and they're really nice for $4.99 regular price. And there's 50 designs in here, 2 of each, so you get 100, and 2 of each of these. So 100 already die cut, for $4.99, you can't beat it, right? So I got those. Let me move this one out of the way because I got another one that's got some stuff in it. Yeah, I took the dies out of this one. That one's the same as the one I just showed you. It's just got more of these in it that I bought. Your plan for today is go to Hobby Lobby. Now I need to. Well, they're not the 75% off. I'm going to tell you, they're only 40% off. But you got to figure, they just clearanced out all their dies and embossing folders not too long ago. So I'm wondering, are they doing away with the ones that are clearanced now? And there was a few that I really wanted, but I was putting off getting them, So I picked them up. I got this one, and what's it called? It looks like a pine boughs. I don't know if you'll be able to see it without the glare. Is it going to show? Yeah. It's just like pine boughs is what that one is. So I picked it up. I know you can't see them real well. They're just, and let's see, what's this one? This is like a bunch of fall leaves. And it's called Falling Leaves. This one's called Forever Green. So, and this one was $3.59. They were $3.59 a piece. So I picked those up because I thought, I'd use them. I picked up this Thinlit, but I got it when they were 60% off, 75% off quite some time ago, and I just happened to stick it in, and it was $5.74. This one I did just pick up a couple of days ago. I wanted the poinsettia, and it was regular $19.99. It was marked down to $11.99. I understand, Stephanie. Yeah, they're only 40 right now. I went ahead and I got Sandra because, I don't go all the time, and I don't want to not be able to get them and then them never get them back in. This one was regular $24.99, and it's Glimmer Edge Flowers, and I got it for $6.24. Then I got this one, the Thinlits, and it was $13.79, regular $22.99. I'm trying to see. I don't have my glasses. I don't know what it's called, but you all can see it's, you know, the ivy, just a bunch of leaf things. So I got that one. I'm always looking for a circle to cut out. We get so many of the little in our digitals. So I got the circle die, and it was regular $14.99. It was $8.99. I got the squares, and it was regular $14.99 for $8.99. This one I didn't need, but I fell in love with the old sleigh and the skates. And it was regular $14.99. It's a Momenta, and it was $8.99. And it is so cute. And then I found the birds hanging in the bird cages, and it was regular $19.99. I got it on clearance for $13.79. Yeah, if I can get them now. I've been wanting this, and I've been putting off, and I'm afraid they won't get it back in. And I love the lace edge. So regular $19.99, $13.79. Mom loved the leaves, and it was regular $22.99, and we got it for $13.79. So
Power off.
That's my speaker. I've been wanting these, both sets, and I've been putting them off, and they were regular $22.99, and I got them for $13.79. I wanted the labels. Like I said, I've been putting off buying some of these because I don't do a lot of die cutting, but I knew I wanted them. Dies at regular price, $31 to $44. It says it dies. And a gentleman in chat had said, still is expensive. So that explains it. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So I got that one, and it was regular $22.99. I got it for $13.79. I wanted the snowflakes, and it goes through the little mini one, and it was regular $13.99, and it was $8.39. But it embosses and cuts them out at the same time. So then I got this one. This is pretty. And it's another one of the, oh, no, this isn't from Hobby. Hang on. This one's Hobby. I wanted the gnome. It was regular $14.99. I got it for $8.99. I just didn't want the to look Christmassy. You know, I wanted it so I could use it all the time. And this one, I opened it up, and the little, I can take it out because they're all going in those things. The little lights on the strings on here is a separate die, so I can use the little gnome for all year. I don't have to do it just for Christmas. All right, then I went to Tuesday Morning, and I found this one. Is it showing up at all? Might on that way. It's kind of a doesn't say what it's called either. It's just a number, but it's, let's see if it'll show. Oh, let go. I don't like their little bags with the tape. They stick to everything. I don't know if you'll be able to see the design on that one. Probably not. Nope. but it's a real pretty flourishy looking. And I got it at Tuesday morning for $4.99. I got these edges at Tuesday morning. They were $12.99, but I love the different designs. And I was able to find this one for $12.99 at Tuesday morning. And I love the little Viewmaster thing. I think that's so cute. It's got an envelope. You know, it's just got all kinds of stuff in here for $12.99. It wasn't bad. And it's a real We Are Memory Keepers die. So those are my dies. That's my haul from that. Let me move this out of the way. And if you hear the birds, I apologize. They're kind of in a mood today. They went to the vet Tuesday. They got their talons and their beaks and their wings trimmed and all that good stuff. Tuesday morning's in your plans today, too. Hey, Marina. Steph's listening, but she's working on those ornaments. You know that. So, hi, Melissa Sue. Thanks for coming in, honey. Okay, so I went ahead and I glued together. This sheet is an 8.5 by 11. I trimmed this middle one down to 7.5, and you'll see why I did this. And then this piece here is an 8.5 by 11, and this one is a 5 by 11. Okay, and you'll see why I did that. I don't like when you build an album and where they piece them together, you know, to get your length, you have a seam in the middle of your back page or in the middle of the front page. So I trim my pages so I don't have that. My seams are on my spines. Yes, $12.99 at Tuesday morning. You'll need, these are all the pieces you'll need to make that album if you're going to make it. And you want to number your pieces because there's 7 pieces to this, and you don't want to put the wrong spine piece in where it doesn't go. And so I'm telling you, you want to number it. Now this one it's piece number 1, and it's 5 7/8 by 8. And I've got it all ready to go down. I already marked. So we're just going to build the outside. I may try and come back on later today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But I'm only going to get the outside of the album built today. So me and Mom want to go out to the cemetery. Dad's birthday was on the 26th, and we decorated him up for Halloween and stuff. My dad loved Halloween, and we need to go out and take all that down and clean up around his grave and, you know, put out the fall stuff, things you normally would do. And we want to do that today since it's not raining. Didn't rain last night, so it's not all wet and mucky. Oh, I already added my tape and stuff, so y'all didn't have to sit and watch that. It's like watching paint dry sometimes, I know. But I'm giving you the measurements. This is from the Graphic 45 album, their Night Before Christmas. And I'll show you the paper I'm using. I better put a little glue. Yeah. Add a little bit of glue. if you hear the birds, I do apologize. Like I said, Nova's been in rare form today. And me and Marina and Steffi's been video chatting, and they can tell you Nova's been quite boisterous today. I get my chipboard from, oh, what is the name? Let me think. Magic Water Supply. And it's really good chipboard. I highly recommend it. They have fast, I mean really fast delivery. Let me get this lined up. That looks good. Okay, so that's my piece number 1. Make sure it's down good. Make sure I don't slide off my line. Otherwise, I'll end up crooked, and we don't want our album to be crooked. Okay, so this piece is 5 7/8 by 8. And this piece goes to here. Yeah, goes over to here. And this is where my little spine is going to go. So that way, where I put my pages together is on my spine. Okay? Like I said, I don't like having my spine where you put the pages, you know, the pieces of paper together on the front, and if I'd have used an 8.5 over here, it throws it all off. You'll see what I mean. I'm hoping if you build this album. And we're going to be using, I picked this up at Hobby. It was 60% off. It's called Vintage Christmas. Let me zoom you in a little bit and I'll show it to you. Hang on one sec. It is so pretty. There we go. It is a beautiful paper pad. 60 sheets. You get 15 designs, 4 of each. And it's an 8.5 by 11, which is a good size. But isn't that gorgeous? With the music notes and the poinsettias. And they're not double-sided, so you don't have to choose what side do you want. This is so cute with the little sleighs, little sleds all over it. Green background. See if I can zoom in a little more so you can see the sleds. They're not really showing up, but they are very cute. We had sleds like that when I was growing up. Because I'm from up north. I'm not from Georgia. We moved down here about 40 years ago. Then you've got the Christmas trees. I'll zoom you back out. I need that close for it. There we go. And got Santa's faces with a blue background. He's so cute. And let's see, what's the next one? It's got snowflakes and some writing on it. Postcard. Really cute. And then you've got the green check with the pine cones in both of the corners. Didn't zoom out much, did it? There it is. So you got that page. Then you've got Christmas lights and holly berries and holly leaves. And it's a midnight blue background. It's not really black. The chipboard, yeah, I can show you how flexible. This, though, is 50 point. You might want to get, it depends on the thickness you want. I have 20 point, no, it's 22 point. I have 30 point, and I have 50 point. And I'll show you the difference in them, okay? I love this. This looks very vintage Dutch kind of to me. I love it. And it's red green with the cream background. So pretty. This page is Stephanie's favorite page with the old typewriters and Santa coming out, Merry Christmas. So, but they're just old typewriters and old, this one. Yeah. They're old typewriters, and the old Polaroid cameras is what this page is. And they're cute. So if you find it at Hobby, I recommend this paper. I love this. The red and green diagonal stripes, really cute. Then you got pine cones and some pine boughs behind. Oh, my fingers are so dry from messing with paper so much, they don't want to pick things up. The poinsettia. And like I said, it's not a black background. It's more of a really navy, deep navy blue. But it's pretty. Got another little flannel look, kind of. It's cute. That's the end of it. Hang on 1 minute, y'all. Yeah, Mom, it's still going. So that's the paper we're going to be using on the album. And if you give me just 1 minute, I'll get the chipboard and show you the difference, okay? Hey, Debs. Hang on 1 second. Sitting in imagining office. My honey's getting it. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me get the chipboard so I can show Sandra the difference in the thicknesses. Won't take but a minute. Nova. Nobody's touching you. Nova's not happy. Gabby's not happy. Nobody's happy here today. Yep, I hear you. Let's see, you're a 20 point. And I believe you're, let me move you. Okay. All right, sweetie. I'll have to zoom you in just a little bit so you get the true idea. Okay. 50 point, 30 point, 20 point. And you should be able to see this is a 50 point, and it's pretty thick. This piece here is a 30 point, and it's a medium weight chipboard. Can you see the difference in the thickness of them? And then this piece is a 22 point, which is, it's a little thicker than a cereal box. So I don't know if you can, but you can tell. Let me move the 30 point out. You can tell the difference in a 50 point and a 22 point, the thickness. You don't see the difference? You buy medium weight from Amazon and glue 2 pieces together. Yeah, you can do that with, this is the medium weight, 30 point. And compared to the 22 point, this is 30, this is 22. So you can tell the difference in them. I get mine and I buy 100 sheets at a time of each because I go through a lot of chipboard. So, but you have to do what works best for you. I don't live near town. I live out in the country. I mean, it takes me gosh, probably 20 minutes to even get to town to go do anything. So we don't go that often. And it's just easier for me to order and have it delivered to the house. So that's why I order from Magic Water Supply, and it's free shipping, always free. Doesn't matter how much you order, you get free shipping. So, okay, back to this. This is where this 8.5 by 11 piece ends. Yeah, it's just a little ways over because I have this piece on top, about 3/8 of an inch. So I want to put this piece of spine, I want it right about there. It's about a quarter of an inch, not quite a quarter of an inch. And I'm going to get it put down. This album is really super long. It's not hard to make, but it is a very long album. Like I said, I think I measured it and it was around 28 inches from side to side. So, and of course I'm using 8.5 by 11 paper, so you're 11 tall and 28 inches that way. That's a pretty good size album. Okay, right about there. And I always make a mark at the bottom so I know I'm lined up. If it helps you or you don't do that and you don't like it, don't do it. It's your project. You decide what you want to do. I'm trying to find my ruler. I put it up. Imagine that. I put it where it goes. Funny, right? Okay, that looks good right there. Oops, dropped my ruler. So that'll be the first that folds inward. Now, next piece is also 5 7/8 by 8, and it's piece number 3. You got 1, 2, 3, and then the other piece of spine will be piece 4. I said 7 pieces to build the outside of this album. That's a lot. When I go to Costco and they have it, I'll take a sheet and I stash the big sheet behind the couch. Yeah. I used to buy the in the the framing area of Hobby Lobby, the big sheets. You know, they're like, what, 4 feet by 3 feet, and I'd cut them down and use those when I first started. Get my chipboard from Costco. Big pieces. Oh, okay. It's a good idea, Sandra. Good idea. Okay, so this is already, like I said, I already did all my tape and got my pieces glue taped together and all that because it's like watching paint dry some days. I know. Mom's doing laundry. She's arguing with her bird right now. Gabby keeps wanting to get off of her perch. And she doesn't want her to come down right now. It's funny. And when we took him to the vet Tuesday, my vet comes out carrying Nova like a little baby burrito. She wasn't wrapped up, just laying on her back, getting her belly rubbed. It was crazy. And of course, when she hands her to me, Nova thinks I'm going to carry her like a baby. And I'm like, no, you're a big girl. You got to sit up. So she had to sit up. Okay. Trying to, it's long. It's not all going to fit in here at once. So I do apologize. Let me see if I can. It's just, that's just the way it's going to be. I can't help it. I can't get you any different right now, and I do apologize. So get this piece on there and leave yourself a good, on the, close to 1/4 of an inch for your separation from your spine to your piece. So when you fold, it doesn't crack, and nobody wants their album cracking and breaking. We're doing good. We're straight so far. Okay. Let that piece dry for just a minute. All right. Move that down. Now I need piece number 4. And it's another spine piece. It's 1 5/8 by 8. And it'll go right there. I'm really anxious to get this one decorated, and I love that paper. And I've picked up a few different things, ephemera to go with it, because the paper pad does not have ephemera. But I bought the Tim Holtz Christmas and things like that at Joann's that we're going to be using with it. And I had some put away in my own stash that I can use. So it'll be okay. Let me make sure I'm flat. Yep, that looks good. And no, I'm not using any Tyvek in between here. I've got enough of a gusset. It's not going to crack. I mean, I had this one put together for quite some time, and there is no cracking. And my grandkids have come in and looked at it and everything as well, so it's not going to crack on you. That looks pretty good. All right, leave that one. Move it over. And we're up to piece 5. And piece 5 is 6 by 8. It's not 5 7/8. It gives you that little bit extra that you're going to need. So what's the matter, Nova? You got quiet on me. She was really going at it earlier, telling everybody hi and hello. And it's funny, since we had COVID, now if I cough, she'll cough. Because we still have that weird cough. It just won't go away. Okay, I'm going to stop a second and catch up with Chad. Michael's and Joann's. That's a good idea. I wonder if Sam's Club does have that too, the sheets, because that's a good money saving idea. Okay. I always put a little glue with my tape just because you don't have to. But I think it gives me just a tiny bit of wiggle room, All right, I'm going to get my ruler, get it on there. Oops, come on. Right about there. I think that looks pretty good. I think we're fairly straight so far. Yeah, that looks good. Spine looks fairly good. So let that one dry just a hair. And if you get a little off, don't panic. It's going to be fine, because we're going to fold, the edges around. I'm sure a lot of you make albums and journals and things like that, so you know the deal. Gone to Sam's, I don't remember, but I didn't. Exactly. I've never thought about using anything like that. So I will check next time I go to Sam's Club, though. Okay, got all your main base pages in now. Next thing is page part 6, and this is where your 8.5 by 11 here connects to your 5-inch piece that you cut for down at the end. So it takes 1, 2, 3, a little over 3.5 sheets just for the cover. Okay. Of a bulk shopping store, BJ's, may get some pieces in the paper towel. Wow, that's cool. All right, so this is piece number 6. And like I said, I number them because it would be real easy to confuse 4 and 6 and put them in the wrong place. And then, you know, you got a boo-boo and nobody wants to fight with a boo-boo. Come on. At least it's not angry with me today and exploding. Usually my Fabri-Tac is blowing up like a volcano. So I'm happy about that. Alrighty, you're going here. And get my ruler so I know I'm straight. Over just a hair. It's another good thing about that the Tim Holtz ruler. You know, you can line it up and get your almost 1/4 of an inch in between here. And it's pretty easy to do that. So that one's down. And then piece number 7 right there. And I got plenty to wrap all the way around. So makes me happy. But I like gluing my background pages where they join together is on a spine. I just don't like it when they come out and they're all cattywamped. You know what I mean? And I did get it crooked. It went up a little bit until down here, but it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to be fine. Come on. I was really glad when Mom fell that she didn't break a hip or something, because I just couldn't imagine her having to stay down for that long. And she'd have drove me more nuts than what she does already. And y'all know why our parents know exactly what buttons to push. They installed them. So, okay, let's get this last piece in. Oh, and it is, I forgot to tell you, this piece number 6 is 1.5 by 8, if I didn't say that. Piece number 7 is 2.5 by 8. So right there. And we're on. Okay. So that needs to dry, and I'll show you. This piece number 7, is this piece here. So when you open it up, be just like this. So not bad. Just make sure that you've got a good gusset in between, and it'll roll pretty much right now. And then this piece will come up and over. So it's not too bad, right? Pieces are on there nice and tight. Now, let me get my lid back on my glue because we don't need it right now for a little bit, and I don't want it blowing over on me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to score all the way around my chipboard. And I think I'm going to use this ball tool. It helps it to fold over, you know, so you get really good over. And I always got to flip it around. Like I said, I loved the album that Graphic 45 did. I just wanted, it needed more for me. So I added a little bit in on it. And I don't have the same paper, but you don't have to have exactly the same thing that everybody else has. You know, you don't. And these edges are something else, I'll tell you. It's a big one. Okay, get along here again, real good. Fold up. Flip it around so I can get these edges now. Oops. Scooch up just a hair. Down, get this one. So I did do that edge. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to do tie back. I didn't need it. All right. Now, to get these folded really good, I usually just pick it up and push it down on my desk, slide it out, and fold it over. That way I get that nice crease, you know. And it'll be fine. Like I said, it's an awful long one. I'm sorry the whole thing doesn't stay in shot, but it's a long album. Okay, there's that side. Now we're gonna lift it up and push, make sure up, fold it over, and get that nice and smushed. Okay, that looks good. Now, I gotta sit up a few minutes, y'all. Like mini albums and sell them in your Etsy shop. Oh, cool. So anyway, now all we got left to do is to glue these edges down after we miter our corners. I'm going to let it sit here for a minute so that glue, you know, it all has time to really grab. And Mom's going to be going through checking her washer here in a minute anyway. I've got to let her know her washer's done. So hang on one second. I've got to mute me for a minute because she's in another part of the house. Well, I'm sure she didn't hear me. She didn't answer, but she's at the other end of the house. So. It is what it is. Gotta have some orange juice, y'all. Never have enough juice. Yeah, Deb, how small are your albums? This is a mini, or considered a mini, I think. I know you can make albums pretty much any size. Are you looking for a specific size, Sandra? Yeah, it's considered a mini. It's not, you have to figure, honey, when you're done. Let me get my ruler. It's only, it's not very big. It's comes out to 6 inches wide, and that's around 1 3/4 inches thick. And then it's 1 3/4, and it's 8 inches tall. So you have 8 by 6, 1 3/4. So yeah, it's considered a mini. If I do anything over 8 inches tall, it's not a mini to me. Yeah, I like the 6 by 6 tapers. You don't have as much cutting to do. And I like that the image size is, it matches the size of the album. You don't have huge images with these little album. You know what I mean? So, okay, we got to miter our corners. And I've got that tool. I don't use it hardly ever. It just gets in my way. So I just, because I folded, and I'm going to go out not quite 1/4 of an inch. And you'll see once I fold that, get that in, my corners are nice. I don't have any brown showing. You know, they do well. And that's how I do that. So I'm going to be out of screenshot for a minute while I miter my corners, because, you know, I've got to be able to see what I'm doing, and leaning over the desk is really hard for my eyes. Okay, that side's done. Like I said, miter looks perfect. And I like using digital journal paper as well. I'll buy journals from different Etsy that I like, and I'll use their backgrounds and stuff and make an album. It's always nice when you can support another creator, you know. So, something to think about. All right, let me get those out of the way. Now, the hard part. I got to get my tape on here. Where did I lay my roll? There it is. Yep. Tape and glue. Wonderful things. So I'm going to run a piece all the way down. And if it doesn't go right up at the edge, don't worry, it doesn't have to, because our liners will cover it. It'll be fine. My granddaughter got upset one day. She was making one and she didn't have her tape right up, and I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to. So, there we go. Now, all the way down on my chipboard. And the tape I'm using is from craftchameleon.com, and it's 3/8 inch. It's really super good tape. It's really, really sticky. I like it. Okay. Now, make sure that you burnish your tape, because if you leave an air pocket in behind here, your tape's going to dry out and it's not going to hold your project, okay? So make sure you really burnish. That's why we're always telling you to burnish, burnish, burnish. And try not to have lotions and stuff like that on your hands, of course, when you're working with it. That's just kind of common sense. Okay, that's all down. Get my wrong one, pokey tool. And come on. Probably out of frame again. Sorry, guys. We're almost done with the outside of the album, which is what I wanted to get done today. Now we're going to put glue in here. That way nothing comes apart. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Try and run a good bead down through along your chipboard. You don't have to do a lot of glue in that area because you got your double-sided tape. And I'm going to move my scissors. I'm going to pick it up, push it, let it come back towards me, and push. There you go. So, now I'm going to go, really going to get that on there. Okay, that looks good. Then I'm going to take my bone folder, and where my folds are, I'm going to burnish it down in there. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Gabby is very upset with my mom today. Make sure your edges are nice. That looks good. Okay, let's do the other big side. I always do my longer sides first. I don't know why. You don't have to. That's just the way I do it. Do whatever you do the way you do. I said, don't let anyone tell you you're doing something wrong, because this is your project and you do it the way you want to do it. I like this 3/8 inch tape though. I really do. Like I said, it's pretty sticky. It's not what most people use, the Suquane or whatever it's called, but it's good tape. And they had a sale on it to the end of last month, and I ordered 12 rolls of it. I'm really glad I did. I got I think there's 50 yards on a roll. That's a good bit. That's where I get my magnets, is craftchameleon.com. I love their magnets. Their magnets are really good. Super strong. I did a video on them. I think that was the last video I did, to be honest. And they're good magnets. I've bought from Craft Chameleon for years now. Never had a problem. So, okay. Remember, burnish, burnish, burnish. Okay, now put this up and off. And let's get some glue. Remember to go along your chipboard so your edge is nice. Okay. And now we're ready to push that way. And slide it back my way just a little so we get a nice fold. And there we go. Looks good. Flip it over. And like I said, make sure you really push up, and then take your bone folder, and you can fold already. Push. I like making sure everything's nice and tight down. That way I don't have no problems. A little bit of glue squeezed out, that's okay. All right, so let's see how we're folding. We'll be in, be over, and we'll come up. So, not bad. See, nice and tight. It'll look good. Our edges look nice. So all we got left to do are our ends now. So not bad. I messed up and got a little jaggedy here. I'm gonna straighten that up. I don't like that. Second wreath done. Only 2 more to go. Never again. I don't like using that mesh either, Stephanie. Really, really don't. I'm just gonna trim off a tiny bit so it looks better. Oh, on this little edge. Oops, don't slide. There we go. Okay, much better. All right, so let's get this edge. I'm going to try and stay in frame as much as possible. It's hard. Okay, make sure you push your corners in so they look good. Always fold and make sure. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Nice and clean. No little dog ear points sticking out. I don't like that. I'm kind of picky when it comes to my albums. I like them to look a certain way. And this tape, I kind of go over the edge on the ends of my chipboard where I usually put the glue, because where you're cut at an angle, you know, you don't want your tape, your adhesive coming out past where your miter is. So I always go a little bit over, and it won't hurt anything. Let's get this edge. There we go. And burnish. I love building albums. I'm not great at decorating. Thank you, Steffi. Steffi, her daughter, and her have albums of mine, and she'll tell you I'm picky about them. All right, a little more glue. There we go. And push up and pull over, and we're good. That looks good. And don't worry, if you get a little glue, squeeze out. It's okay. It's okay, because your inner lining is going to cover that. So don't stress. This should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. I decided a long time ago, if this got to be stressful, I would quit. I want to enjoy. So, there's my miter. Looks pretty good, huh? All right, next end. Holding nice, looks great. I'm very happy with this. Fold this end in. There we go. My tape. Thank you, Steffi. Yeah, I made her daughter got, it's a vintage baby album. She didn't want it to be babyfied. She wanted it more vintage, grown, so it can grow with Genevieve. And Steffi, I made her kind of a grandma's brag book, but it's in a box that matches. So, and I even made the box that it fits in. Because I think, you know, Steph's more family than just another YouTuber to us. We've been friends for years. And we met on YouTube, but we became really good friends. Me and Mom went up about a month ago now, and spent a few days with Steph and her family. So, okay, over we go. And there's my corners, nice and neat. Yep. Looks good. There's another nice mitered corner. So I'm happy with my corners. I love my corners. I'm picky about them. So now that piece will go like that, and that'll go like that, and that will be our album. And we'll add magnets, or could even add a ribbon closure. Don't know. But we got the outside built, and that's all I said I was going to be able to do today. And next time we'll cover the inside and hopefully get a few of the actual pages put in. So, because we got a lot to do to this. There's a lot. You know, it's got that real pretty waterfall with the pockets. And, you know, we're going to make a little journal to fit here. And I love you can just fold these any which way. It's not going to come undone on you. It's not going to crack. I can fold it back the other way if I have. You know, you can fold it any way you want. Let's be honest. With that gusset in there, it'll fold up and be just fine. I like them when they move well. I like my spines to move really well because, you know, my kids would always sit and pull out the album, and you know, and they get pulled around a little bit and stuff. So you want that little bit of give to me. All right. So that's all I have for you today. Like I said, hubby is off tomorrow. But, well, thank you, Sandra. I'm going to try and boot him off my desk for a little while and come live again tomorrow so we can work on this. If not, I promise you I will be here Saturday at noon because I want to work on this. And like I said, we're going to do the same as the other one. I'm just going to make a couple of adjustments. But if you want to see the album, look up Graphic 45, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas album, and you'll see how she put it together and done it. But I don't have what she has. I'm going to use what I have, and I think it's going to be perfect. So that's it. Thank y'all for coming in and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. How long have we been on here? Let me look. Seems like forever, don't it? Been on, it's not telling me for some reason. Huh. Been on about 40 minutes, I think. I think it's about 40. Yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm getting off, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.